All right, test, test. 1, 2, 3. My suffering begins now. Talking like every day. That's something very, very good practice. A practice that I will eventually be very comfortable doing every day and every now again. To entertain you, to make you laugh, to make you understand that I am a human being with some talents to create stuff out of nothing, because that's what we're doing here in the JKC Otaku Nation animation and drawing channel, right? Let's go, baby. But yeah, just having your typical background noise if you need some, I don't know, if you feel lonely and want some noise in the background, I got you, man, I got you. Maybe, I hope I'm not that annoying, because I listen to my, listen to my own streams, and damn, man, sometimes I don't know when to quit saying stuff. Like, I should implement some pauses now and then, so it's not like always talking and talking and talking. That's a good thing. It gives me more time to really think about what I am saying, and also gives me time, and also I'm able to talk also a little bit more slowly and steadier, so people can understand what I'm saying. Maybe a little too slow makes people think that I'm patronizing them, but not really. It's just for me that I am able to think what I'm saying, or at least try to come up with a nice, cool little story today, Like always, like as a JKC Otaku Nation, I am an avid anime watcher, They're very sugoi desu ne. And everybody is leaving. Your average weeb, or maybe not your average weeb, but elitist. One of the best elitists there is. I know every anime that existed and will exist, I can see the future of anime. And sometimes you may wonder, has anime gone too far? Because that's a topic that Giga and the Anime Zone talked about in one of his videos about an anime that's very kind of disturbing for people that are like dogs, because what happens in the anime with the dogs is very questionable and makes you wonder who gave life to this anime. Like, there are some people that have to give like a green pass, I would say, so that people are going to firstly look at the story and decide how they animate it, and second, understanding what's about. And I don't know, I can only say people in the Japanese people are kind of weird, but I think that the weirdness makes them a little more interesting. Like, it's not really every day that you see some really, really wholesome dog love, right? Why Japan? Why? That's a cursed anime, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend you to watch this anime. So yeah, but if you're on the topic with animes, today I have watched the legendary hero is already dead. That gives me like a fairy tale vibe, like very, very much a lot of fan service, a lot of very cliche anime tropes and stuff like that. And honestly, I really enjoy it. But yeah, enough talking with anime or a little bit later because I have to do my, warm-ups. My circles, my cylinders, my lines, my boxes. And yeah, today's stream, like always, we do some boxes and maybe a little more complicated things, modern boxes maybe. Maybe construction, which is also kind of a good thing, I would say, to practice. So I can do eventually later on in my life as a pro artist, as a legendary artist that everybody knows. Like, I will be the sensei of senseis. People will acknowledge me as one of the greatest. Alright, okay, I think it's a little over the top, but yeah, I'm just trying to do like simple drawings like a table or a box, what I'm always drawing, and yeah, and maybe like, but not only boxes, but boxes in all different perspectives, you know. A perspective, you like to see it, man, you like to see. And then after I, can draw, give me like 2 or 4 years, then I will be able to really be a good drawer, and then I'm going for the animation because my channel name is JKC Otaku Nation Animation, and I don't want to be a liar, you know. Am I a liar? Not really. That's why I'm learning it. And first things first is like being really good at drawing, and then after I'm really good at drawing, I will go with, animation, going for the fundamentals there, you know. One step at a time. And that's also very good, I would say, advice for everybody who wants to know, wants to learn to draw. Always have like a teacher. I mean, if you are going to study for yourself, I mean, it's going to be a little bit hard. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it will take a much longer time than having a teacher for you. But yeah, it's kind of difficult to find someone as a teacher. And I realized that I talk too fast. I should talk a little bit slower, but not too slower, and also take some breaks in the middle. You know, having breaks here and there to, breathe for the views, so you can breathe in and breathe out. Maybe like the 4th walk break is not like your type of thing. I mean, what I'm doing here, bro. Not perfectly half. Yeah, okay, that's a little better. Wonderful. All right, next one. The next thing what is on the list are the very straight lines, like always. Warm up and then classic perspective. And also, I guess I will eventually buy like books for perspective and learn that. So I have some more material to learn. So I am really good at perspective because that's one of my goals, I would say. I don't really care about character design right now or cool buildings. I only care about perspective right now, and I made it my hobby to, if I look at something, I always try to figure out what the perspective is. It's like it's happened so fast that I do this unconsciously now. And honestly, I think that's a great exercise to what you see to figure out how the perspective works. Makes you really observe the environment and figure out, okay, how would I draw this if I had to draw this, like a scene what you're doing right now, or what you're seeing right now, or beautiful scenery, you know. Finally, hello Cloud, how is your day? My day is very one of the greatest day of all time, you know. No, not really, but hey, welcome back, Punkly. Hope you had a nice day too. Like, we are back here with my warm-ups and daily background noise, so you don't feel lonely, you know. So everything is going to be okay. Even if you have like a big exam, I'm pretty sure you will eventually smash that exam with a straight A. And even if you don't have an exam, imagine having an exam. I'm pretty sure you will achieve a straight A, and even if you don't get a straight A, at least you will pass the exam. Because sometimes passing exam is more important than having like a very perfect exam, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. My day is good. Alright, that's a good thing to hear, you know? Passing is always better than failing. You don't have to be like an overachiever, you know? I mean, maybe having ambitions and stuff like that should be good, but you know, you shouldn't let your ambition get you in your way of living your life now, you know. And maybe that's a very strange topic to talk to now, but if I'm here, why not? I mean, it will take some time to really learn something. The funny thing is, like, in school you learn you learn math, you learn like how to speak, like how, like, anything. Oh, let's go, baby. Like what do you learn in school? I guess the basic things, like maybe a little higher mathematics, school math, which is also kind of very funny because school math is not really usable usable math in the university. Because basically you can throw everything away what you learned in school in math, because in university level you have to go back anyway from the start, from the bottom, and going from like trying to prove theorems and stuff like that, which is also kind of fun because some theories are very like you can't prove them that are right, like they exist, like, you know. You can use them, but you can't prove if they're right or wrong. It's kind of very funny. It's like, hey, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. 1 + 1 is 2. Trust me. I know it's correct. But yeah, I mean, I tried a little bit math in university. It was kind of okay, but it was really different what I imagined it would be. I don't know, I was good at math, and at some point I just gave up on it. Like it didn't well, it was not really, I don't know, I didn't have the spark anymore about math. But I guess that can happen if you, I don't know, get bad grades on it or haven't learned for it. I mean, maybe I'm like self-responsible for that, but you know, sometimes things don't work out, and that's okay, you know. The funny thing is, like, if you have like a big exam or stuff like that, that really is gonna change your future and stuff like that. I mean, failing or not, you will still live, you know. It's like, I mean, there's some anxiety, but you will get through it eventually, and maybe you can look at on those times back and laugh about it, having a fun time. But you might wonder, what does have this to do with anything with drawing and, you know, being good at drawing? Absolutely nothing. I'm just here to entertain you in some way or capacity, because doing my warm-ups is not very that interesting, right? But yeah. But then again, as I said earlier, like we are doing some, or I'm doing some object-oriented programming. Oh no, not really. Just drawing some objects. This time, not only boxes but also tables that are constructed with boxes. Isn't that exciting? More boxes to draw. Let's go, baby. But yeah. Otherwise than that, everything is going to be great. I hope so. So now we have our little, what do you call that? Perspective lines. I don't know what to say here. I guess that was not that entertaining. It's okay. Maybe I forgot the gradients. No, never mind. I'm going here, 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 maybe here, and maybe here. Let's see if I'm correct with those lines here. 1, 2. All right. I mean, looks kind of good. Right. Okay, that's kind of nice. I guess I'm getting the hang of it with perspective. And also getting a book for perspective. I maybe have talked about it, but I wonder how well it would go learning from a book, because that's a very difficult approach to learning from books, because there's not really somebody that teaches you, and you have to kind of go through yourself. But I think that's okay. A little bit slower here, and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slow but steady, getting some gradients there. Wonderful. And after the gradients, we do some boxes, some juicy boxes. And after those boxes, I will do like a little bit more construction. Not structure, more perspective. Well, more, you know, what do you call, more boxes to draw, more tables to draw. You get a good feeling. I mean, the gradients is not really that great, but you know, could be better. I try my best here, you know, and I think trying your best in any category should be rewarded, you know. It's like a participation part-time. Like a participation. I can't say this word, but if you take part for something, that you get like a trophy that you were there, you know. I mean, that's okay. Can you draw your #1 favorite Mario game? Okay, Aqua Dragon, now that's an interesting assumption that you think I can draw, you know. First things first. Second, I think that what if I have like a favorite Mario game? That's also interesting. All right, I never really talked about it. But do I have my #1 favorite Mario game? I would say the only Mario game I really like, I would say, is Super Mario 64, like the OG stuff. But can I draw something like that? Currently, no. I'm sorry, man. Give me like 2 more years and I will be able to draw anything you want, man. Because I'm currently stuck at the beginner course and doing perspective, and after perspective I'm doing some clove, and after clothing I do some anatomy, and after anatomy I will do character design, and maybe after that I can do this. But until then, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not gonna happen. But I can say my favorite Mario game is Mario 64, or can you count like Super I don't know, Smash Brothers? Can you count that also as a Mario game? It's more like a Nintendo game than a Mario game, I would say. Because that's I think the only games I think I played on the on the Nintendo 64, which was a very good time, I think. Or at least I really enjoyed playing Ocarina of Time and having a great annoying time figuring out how the dungeon works, because sometimes even even having a guide, I still can't do this shit right, you know. I'm still struggling how to open a specific roadway, because you have to use like your ocarina to use like a specific block, and this block will disappear if you sing a specific song and stuff like that. I couldn't figure that out, but by somehow dumb luck, I kind of figured it out, and I was really happy, like the aha moment, like, oh, you do this, and then like this and stuff like this. I don't know if you had something like this. But yeah, that reminds me of the old games that I used to play. Like, I don't know if you had like a man, I sound like a boomer right now. But like having like a PS2, and with the PS2 I played normally like Final Fantasy X, which was also a great time, great use of my time. But yeah. As always, I really like this game because it's somehow very what do you say, very philosophical, you can say. What do I mean by philosophical? You know, everybody has his own story, you know. Like, if there are, I don't know how many people on Earth, and every person, including you, has some story to tell, you know. Somebody has to struggle, somebody, you know, had difficult upbringings, but yeah, everybody has like a different story to tell, which is also kind of fascinating. And maybe also you can use it like for great storytelling. Like, it's also like kind of funny because some movies are like, you know, true stories in quotations. Like, they, of course, they have changed a little bit of the story to make it more, I guess, interesting and cohesive. Because getting some real stuff here, like, sometimes life is sometimes kind of boring, and you have to, you know, make yourself your entertainment, you know. And then you put some sprinkles here and there. It's not really in the story in it, but it makes like a nice and dynamic, and yeah. that's very, very, very good, I would say. Look at those boxes. I'm getting really good with boxes here. And sometimes I will draw some cool mannequins, so you have to look something more interesting than some random box here. But to be fair, I think I can rotate the box a little bit, you know. Here, go like maybe there. Here. There. Go a little bit there. Here. Crazy rotation, bro. Ooh. Is this good? Not really, because let me see. This is kind of not that good. Discuss here, discuss there. That's not really that nice. The good thing about digital drawing, I think, is very, very self-explanatory. That, you know, if you made a mistake, you can easily Control Z your lines, which you normally can't do. You know, if you draw something with color or with some pen that you can't erase, like a pen that you can't erase, then you can't Control Z it. You know. You've done it. Now now you have to figure out what you're doing now with this mess of yours, and that makes you really think. Maybe I should think before I draw, and I think that every artist should do. But am I included? I'm doing this every time. No, not really, because because I think I'm doing this on paper, so I think I'm allowed to do this on digitally, like however I want. When I'm drawing on paper, I'm thinking first and then drawing, but if I'm digitally on the way, I guess I just go full monkey mode, ooga booga, and just draw the lines how I feel. And sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks very questionable. Sometimes I wonder when I will improve my drawing skills, but consistency is the key, I would say. Whew. Being consistent is very important, you know. Like, you can have like the greatest motivation and stuff like that, and want to draw many things and other stuff, but in the end, like, discipline and consistency will carry you through your drawing journey, because there will be some days where you just don't want to draw or just don't want to do anything at all. But I think it's those moments where you have the biggest growth and the biggest improvement in those days. But now you don't. You decided today you don't feel like it, you know. And then you gave up, and then you wonder why you don't improve, and then you're sad, and then everything goes to, goes too bad. So don't give up. I know it's very difficult. I experience this feeling very often nowadays. But not with drawing, but more like going into the gym, you know. Like, bro, it's like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. I don't want to go to the gym and train my gains, you know. But then I decided, you know what? If I don't train, I don't get my gains, and you want your gains, right? You want to have the nice shape you always dreamed of, like that ripped boy or ripped girl, man. Or ripped whatever, man. Whatever you identify, man. Just being ripped, but yeah. But I also can recommend, I guess, or if you go into the gym, is like running. I think running should be included in every session. Like, I'm not like that, like a 1 hour training session, but more like 20 minutes, 30 minutes running, and then goodies. Like, that should be very good. I knew I forgot something very important. Let's do it here. I forgot my faces, bruh. How can I forget my faces? 1, 2. Look at those circles, bro. I'm the circle master, box master, and circle master. Having clean circles. I mean, I guess it's also a kind of skill you have to learn eventually, and it will come also with time. So let's go here, and then one in the middle, here to the sides, and very to the side, maybe here and there. Maybe it's not that great, but hey, whatever, man. It's a warm-up. It's not. It shouldn't be that. What do you say? Very, very good. It should be somewhat good, but not extremely good. It should be okay as a drawing. And I think I finished my daily warm-up today. Let's go. Pen pressure, drawing boxes and circles. Yeah, alright, let me save this and then I can post it on, no, maybe not post it on the community tab, but more like later something else. Not save, and let's go. Now we do some boxes, drawing some boxes in not drawing in, but more like having like, what do you say, having the same vanishing point. I think that's a great exercise. Here, there, and then like here. Maybe like here. Okay, that's nice. And yeah, that's basically it in the whole and the rest of the stream. Figuring out and the perspective, and yeah, look at this. I mean, it's not always perfect, but I think you get the gist. Then after those cool boxes, I will do some cylinders too, and then maybe I will go with some guidelines, which are kind of interesting too. Because I think I struggle with not having the same vanishing point, but more like, okay, that should be a little bit more bigger. Here, yeah, should be a little bit more bigger because it's more in the front. This goes here. All right, and yeah. Same vanishing points. I mean, it's not really that good here. I think it's a little bit too extreme here. I think that's kind of better. And then drawing some cylinders here, and also maybe having some guidelines to figure out how to make boxes that have like vanishing points that are not on the canvas. And yeah, that's it. Not really much to say or to do or to experience, but I hope you enjoy, and the music at least. It's very calming. It's not from me, but some other YouTuber I just took. I mean, it's like in the playlist, you can look it up, so if you're curious about the music. It's very calming. So here, there, and then maybe here. Then this becomes a little bit flatter. And boom. I mean, it could be better, but no, it's a practice. And with that, I practice perspective. I mean, it kind of looks cool, right? That one. So that's at the top. Now we have something like at the bottom. Going here, there, maybe here. It's kind of interesting that either if you start from here or you start from here, depending that is like at the bottom or at the front. What I mean is, like, if you have like the line that goes down, you can decide if this box should be above the horizon line or below the horizon line. And for example, if I want to have to be below, then I have to draw like here in the box, kind of here, you know. It's kind of what I kind of understood here, like that's the horizon line. And if you like, you know, want to have a box that is like, you know, top of the horizon line, you start at the bottom, like here. It's also kind of interesting thing to see, like here, boom, below and above the horizon line. Or maybe, and if you want, like, let's say something on the horizon line, you have like a line, and that's pretty easy. You have just a horizon line, and then those lines are just going to the horizon line, and boom, you have a horizon line that's in the, you know, a box in the horizon line. Like there's only two ways, like top, bottom, or middle. Otherwise the rest is kind of easy. But let's do some at the bottom perspective here, boxes. Let's go. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, and yeah, that's basically it. Maybe I will eventually tell you some kind of interesting stories. Maybe an interesting story, I don't know if that's really interesting, but the one time, like when I went to like English camp, and there was some like a psychopath that was sleeping next to me. Like it was kind of very kind of strange story, or not strange story, but more like a strange person. Like in the night he would just you know, what do you punch the wall, and then ask somebody, why are you punching? Who is punching the wall? And he is the person that is punching the wall, and I'm like, what the fuck, what's going to happen here, bro? That was a kind of funny story. Also kind of a true story. It was a very weird English camp where I went. Maybe I will do some like story time animation. That was kind of interesting. Like my stories are kind of sometimes strange, I would say. And it escalated so quickly. Like the person was very, I would say the kid was very, he needed some you know, mental health, you know. He also kind of attacked someone in the English camp, and the police came and stuff like that. This was kind of strange. I had a really strange feeling about this. But I would say the funniest part is like when like I had to go to the toilet, and funny enough, like the person also, like it was a room, and the room had like 8 beds, and not 8 beds, or maybe 8 beds, and each, also, we were 8 people in one room, and I had to go to the toilet, and like I had really bad time of diarrhea. So like what happened is, like a friend of mine in we both went to our room, and I had to go to the toilet because I ate something really bad. And then I hear at the front, or behind the door, like, can you go outside? This is a very serious talk right now with the psychopath kid. And I don't want to hear anybody to hear this. And my other friend like say he is in the toilet, and I like, yeah, never mind that. And it was kind of awkward, man. I was in the toilet and having a really bad time, and they can hear the diarrhea, and I'm like, oh shit, man. I shouldn't be here. That was a kind of fun experience in my English camp, but yeah. I don't know if you like those kind of stories, or like my wacky stories I had. For example, one kind of funny story was like when I guess when I was little, kind of thing. Like I went to like maybe museum or zoo, and everybody had like a really fun and great time, but something very strange happened. Like I walked like you know, if they with the teacher like have the kids in a row and stuff, like there's like two people in a row, and that's so they can go together and nobody is missing. And I don't know what exactly how this happened, but I just I guess went really slow and normal, and I don't know what happened, but in the front of me, like an egg fall in front of me. Like if I went a little faster, this egg would hit myself, not myself, it would hit me, and I would had an egg on my head, you know. That was kind of strange, and I'm like, did anybody see this? And nobody saw this, and I was like, this is a very kind of strange story, you know. But yeah, there's some like I guess some kind of interesting or funny stories that happened in my life. But yeah, but there's also some you know, not so funny stories that happened in my life. But I don't know if you guys want to hear that. It's kind of not depressing, but it's kind of, you know, that are people like that, you know. But yeah, I guess that's enough from me. But now I guess think talk more about, I guess, drawing, because I think that's where you are here. Maybe I will delete in this stream. Who knows? Maybe I'm too conscious about my experience to share this with the world. But I guess if you want to be like a very big streamer, you kind of have to get to know each other better. So yeah, I have like this parasocial relationship, and and getting some money, baby. That's all about. I care, man. Let's go. But yeah, I guess that's again a nice story. Next time I will talk about, I don't know, something crazy or so, I don't know. But yeah, drawing boxes. I guess I will do another box session here, like in sharing the same vanishing points, and then therefore thank you for sharing your stories. I mean, my no problem, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like the diary stories. It's kind of strange, but hey, you're welcome. If that makes your day, I welcome it, you know. Give me some time and I will, you know, be a better drawer, and you can look at something more cool or more better stuff, and getting better, or even tutorials. Maybe I will do some drawing tutorials. I can teach you guys and stuff like that, but that's in the I guess far future. And maybe analyze some other artists and steal their artwork, you know. Not steal their artwork, but analyzing their art style, like what's really different from this art style, and what makes this art style stand out. Yeah, I'm currently drawing 2 right now. Oh, right, okay, so it's nice. Everybody's kind of drawing, which is kind of nice. A good community, baby. Let's go. Drawing community. But yeah, I guess I will do this, and I guess I will get better if I analyze people's artwork, and maybe I'm going so far that I can, you know, learn from their art style, or even do the art style myself. I'm like the I would be like the modern GPT-4 kind of guy. Like I'm not like going to like hundreds of photos of certain artists and you know, steal their artwork, but more like trying to analyze the artwork. And true, I think you will get better if you study masters. Exactly, but but yeah, but before studying masters, I think what's also very important is that you have like the fundamentals down, and after you have like the fundamentals, then you can, you know, study the masters, because if you don't know the fundamentals, then a lot of things you won't really observe or acknowledge what happened there, you know. Like, why did he use this color theme, or why does this look like this? Because of the perspective, but you don't really know that because, you know, you don't know perspective. So I guess if you have like your fundamentals down, then I think you are able to go in the world of the arts and learn from the masters, I would say, because the masters, I think, also kind of break the rules in some point or capacity. Sometimes they don't play with the rules, like they learn the rules and then break the rules, I think. I'm not so sure about this, but I guess so. It's like also with I guess I can compare with chess prodigies or the world champion with chess. Like, they can use any opening, or they can use anything. Like, they can break the fundamentals of chess. Like, so, for example, like having the pawns in the middle is one of them, or have like the center. I know if you like chess, I think I know a little bit of chess, but something like that, you know, just have like a comparison, and they just don't do it. Because they are that good that they don't need to follow those fundamentals or principles. And I think that's what those big masters are able to, like, they understand the fundamentals so good that they can, you know, ignore them and break them apart. And therefore makes, you know, some new artwork which was never done before, you know. It also makes kind of sense why I was always wondering why painting are like sold for millions of dollars. Like, I will always said myself that yeah, right. Fundamentals my pro to my first year of drawing, and for the last 2 months I just copied from another artist, and I kind of see some improvement. Yeah, let's go, baby. Drawbox and Micronet have good stuff. Yeah, that's for sure, man. That's for sure. I mean, I have my own art school kind of thing, but yeah, learning from other artists is always a good thing. But where was I again? Yeah, right. I was always wondering why. Sorry for my bad English. No, your English is better than you think, bro. Because sometimes in my chat somebody's writing in English and I have some hard time to understand what he's trying to say or mean, and it's also a good experience for you, I guess, to draw in English. And hey, I can understand you, so that's something good for you, man. You have something good going on for you. But yeah, what I was saying is, like, I was always wondering why, like, those pictures, or those not pictures, but more like I know I'm slowly learning how to make video games with Godot engine. It's surprisingly complicated. Alright. I mean, congrats for you, man. If you like doing this. Then, yeah, I mean, doing like gaming video, also creating, I guess, gaming videos is not that easy, I think. Like, maybe there's some like templates you can use, but in all you have to figure out what you want to do. I mean, I can't really say anything because I have not really any knowledge about it. I think you are more qualified, have more ethos or something like this, if you understand. But come on, okay, let me say at least this thing, you know? I was always wondering why artists or like some drawings were sold like for millions dollars, or at least $100,000. But the reason, not the reason, and the reason is why I thought this was strange is because I thought myself, I can do this. It's just a blue drawing. Like I can do this too, you know. Like it doesn't look really that complicated, you know. You know what I mean? Some pictures are like, okay, I can do this too, man. That was sold for what amount of money? 3 million? All right, okay, thank you very much. But what I now understand is like they had the knowledge, you know. Thanks. I currently try to start an artist like Lurto and Elisa. The flowy art is so much fun. Oh, really? Doge and Elisa. Let me see their art style. Let me see their art style. Let's see. Oh, alright. Aha. Okay, that's kind of nice thing. Nice art. It's very flowy. You're right. The art style is so much fun. Well, I guess congrats. I'm not so sure because I'm not ready there. Like I still have to learn about my fundamentals and stuff like that. And then after that, I guess learning my like character design and other stuff like that. And yeah, but yeah, let me finish my point of view or what I was trying to say the whole thing. Like the reason why artists get so much money, or at least the painting gets sold with a lot of money, is that it's like they have the knowledge, they have the intricacies, you know, the thing that makes the artwork, you know, like perspective, color theory, and all that stuff is included in this artwork, which you can't really reproduce. It looks like you can reproduce, but in honesty, you can't really reproduce this artwork, what they're doing. Which is kind of, I can see why it gets like sold with millions of dollars. But yeah, I mean, there's also stuff with NFTs, but that's the whole can of worms I'm not touching. and that stuff. But yeah. But yeah. Okay, we go here, there, let's go here, and there. Have you heard about the 50-50 rule? Like 50% started and 50% just having fun with what you're doing. I got from Dropbox. Yes, I know this. I know this rule. I mean, yeah, like just having fun drawing and able to use it like how you like it. I mean, yeah, I know this rule. I mean, I also tried Dropbox too, so I kind of know this rule. But the thing what I did was like I bought a lot of drawing courses, and I realized that I should really focus at one at a time, and that you don't get overwhelmed with everything that is available, you know, go one step at a time. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now with perspective. When I kind of understand perspective, or at least feeling good with able to draw in perspective, then I go one step again, and you know, it's not kind of right. This is, I don't know why, it's more like here. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see why that's really good, because if you have some fun with the thing you learned in your, like, the technique, I guess I would say, if you learn the technique and then you draw whatever you like and doing whatever you like, I mean, I can see the improvement, and I guess the fun in there. But yeah, but like, am I a fan of the 50-50 rule? To be honest, not really. Like, most of the time, I guess, like, you don't really know what you should draw. You just draw for the fun of it. But I don't know. I just want to draw like some techniques or something like that, you know. If that makes any sense. Some cool old technique, man, because I don't really mind, you know, drawing like 500 boxes in perspective or doing some monotone things, because those monotone things can be also kind of interesting to do. If you really think about it, like, if you have to draw like 500 boxes, maybe what you can do is figure out how to make each box kind of better than the next one, and then figure out, okay, what can I improve with the next box, what can I do with the next box, and so on, you know. It's like very, I guess you do like kind of reviewing things, and the more you review and the more you see the boxes, the more better you get. Alright. Let me drink something. This talking is difficult. Figuring out something that's very interesting to talk, or general talking is something interesting or difficult. But hey, one day I just don't have to talk anymore, because my drawing skill will carry me. But until then, I just talk about anything or everything you wanna talk. I can even give you some life advice, or I don't know, relationship advice, or I don't know. Am I qualified to doing that? Absolutely not, but I'm here. I'm here for 1 hour straight, you know, doing my boxes, and eventually graduating from doing boxes and doing some mannequins. But yeah, I guess that's kind of good boxes here, kind of. You know, maybe I will use some, or maybe not. Maybe let's draw a little more boxes, and then that's it for today. Maybe some cylinders on top of that, to, you know, to have some variety, because doing the same thing kind of gets boring. But it also makes you kind of better artist. I draw 8 boxes a day maximum until the 4th box quality increases, then I get tired and quality drops. Alright. I mean, what kind of boxes are you drawing? Like, I mean, those are, I guess, high quality boxes, but I don't really understand what a high quality box really mean. I mean, do you mean like boxes that have really good perspective, or like the perspective is on point? Because this is sure what you mean with quality boxes. I guess with quality boxes, that's just like in perspective. But yeah, drawing boxes is kind of difficult. I'm not gonna lie, because there's this. It might sound like silly, but drawing boxes is like, it's very basic, but also very you know, like easy to draw but hard to master, you know. If you get what I mean. I mean, it's just a box, but in actuality it's like 12 lines, 8 points, 6 sides that you have to manipulate, and that's not really easy. That's why Petio Bios Nuga, I think it's in there. Yeah, I finished my 250 bucks at draw box too, and it was agony, but it paid off, and sometimes I try to manipulate and overlap it like you do. Ah, alright. I draw boxes from Macronet for the day started from day 28. Ah, okay. I haven't. I think I have watched it, but I don't really know what exactly is on day 28. And like Setubagos Negur, I hope I say your name wrong. I think it's probably not, but I can give you like a good exercise for I guess box manipulation. Like, have you ever figured out like about the L shape? Like, the box is like has a lot of L shapes, and if you're able to manipulate the L shape, you can basically manipulate all kinds of boxes. You know, if you really think about it, this goes kind of slow. It's this line and goes more. Same goes if this L rotates to you, like go here. Oh, hi Fire, welcome back. Here, and here. That kind of exercise. Or if you think about it like here, trying to, you know, manipulate the L shape and having like a circle kind of thing here. Or even if you go a little bit beyond, like here it goes like, you see the L shape fully, then it goes kind of slow, and then it's just a line, and then it goes kind of down here. Or if you want to go a little bit further, you know, it's like to rotate it also. Like, what happens if you rotate it? Like, the line at the front becomes bigger and the line behind becomes shorter, you know. It comes on this, and then it goes back, you know. And so you can rotate, if you're able to rotate the L, you can really rotate the shapes, you know. So you can do this as like an exercise, or think about it. But yeah, that's a nice, I guess, tip for you, like a secret tip you can use, because that really helped me to visualize, or, you know, if I'm struggling to rotate the box, for example, I can imagine this L. How does this L rotates? What happens if this goes a little bit longer? Because it shows to me more like, and then here, and then yeah, some value here. But yeah, but yeah, hope that makes a little bit more sense what I talked. Great value, man. It's like the secret how to make a little bit a nice box. I guess some quick teaching and stuff like that. But yeah, okay. Let's do another box here, and then that's it for today. I think the most important part of a box is up or down side, which gives a box its depth. If you draw it not precise, you ruin the whole box. Yeah, the up and down side, you mean like the third point? Like if you have like, like let's say here's the point here, and it goes, I mean it's like a little bit extreme, but do you mean like this point? Or like this side? Or I'm not so sure what you're exactly talking. But yeah, I mean it's Okay, I mean that's kind of bad, because this book is kind of really bad because it's not converse, it's divergent, bro. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's it for today, I guess. Go and make like maybe another box here, and then here drawing some boxes there. Here, down here. Maybe this goes like a little bit down here. And yeah. And I guess that's it for today. Really, now we have like 5 viewers, bro. Alright, I guess that's it for today. You can always subscribe, like always. I will stream every day, and yeah, hope you enjoyed my funny stories or my talking in general. And I hope I will see you again tomorrow, or if you have time. Stream every day. Have a good day. I mean, top of the box, if you look from above or bottom, or bottom side from below. Ah, okay. I'm okay. I think you mean like this side or this side. I think. I'm not so sure. But yeah. Then have a good one. See you next time, and bye bye. See you in the box, exactly. Right. Bye bye. Have a good one. Bye bye.